from Western Mass News.
Good morning, I'm Amanda Callahan. Here's your latest news update from Western Mass News. Western Mass News is your election authority as history was made last night here in the Bay State. Democrat Maura Healey defeating Republican Jeff Diehl in the race for Massachusetts governor. Healey, who is the current Massachusetts Attorney General, was announced as the projected winner just after the polls closed last night. She is the first openly lesbian person to be elected governor. One person remains unaccounted for this morning following a house fire on Bridge Street in Millers Falls. Mutual aid was called in from multiple fire departments, including crews from Orange and Greenfield, around 4:45 yesterday afternoon. Officials tell us all residents of the home have been displaced and the cause of that fire is under investigation. Some residents in Holyoke were also displaced overnight due to a fire. According to Holyoke fire officials, crews were called to 4 Brookline Ave just after 8:30 last night. When they arrived, they found smoke coming from the basement and fire above the steam boiler. No one was injured, but the boiler was compromised. No word yet on what caused that fire.
All right, good morning, everybody. We're off to a chilly start this morning, but we're going to see lots of sunshine today, and it will turn out to be a fine day. The wind will be a little bit lighter, but certainly cold enough this morning. Temperatures beginning in the 20s in a lot of spots. By mid-morning, we're in the mid-30s. By lunchtime, right around 50, and we'll end up in the mid-50s this afternoon. The wind will be on the lighter side, so pretty seasonable day today. It'll be clear and chilly again tonight with temperatures falling down into the 20s by morning. I do think we're going to warm up, though, as we head into your day tomorrow. We should see temperatures coming up into the low to mid-60s as we get a bit more of a southerly flow, and then the remnants of the cold are going to arrive late in the day Friday into Friday night. That rain could be heavy at times, some gusty winds as well. Pick up 1 to 2 inches of rainfall. Winds could gust to about 35, 40 miles per hour. The rain ends early on Saturday. We dry out. It's still mild, too. We're pulling up warm, humid air as that system comes up in our direction. So we're starting the lower 60s Saturday. We'll end up in the upper 60s. A nice afternoon on Saturday. And then here comes the cooler stuff for Sunday and certainly next week as well. That's your forecast. Have a great day.
Stay with Western Mass News on air, online, and on our app throughout the day for breaking news, weather, and exclusive content.